From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will mark 80 years since the D-Day invasion next month by traveling to France. Trudeau is set to spend 2 days attending D-Day events, including a Canadian ceremony at Juno Beach on June 6th. The Allied invasion saw 14,000 Canadian soldiers storm the beach and work to help bring an end to the Second World War. But it came at a heavy cost, with 381 Canadians killed on the first day of the invasion and more than 5,000 by the time the Battle of Normandy concluded 3 months later. Canada is investigating the notion of hiking tariffs on imported electric vehicles from China following a massive tax hike by the Americans earlier this month. Chinese brands are not a major player in Canada's EV market, but imports from China have exploded in the last year. U.S. President Joe Biden is quadrupling import taxes on Chinese-made EVs. He's moving it to 100% this year because of what he called unfair subsidies for Chinese EV makers by the Chinese government. Norway has handed over papers to the Palestinian Prime Minister in the latest step towards recognizing a Palestinian state. Norway's Foreign Minister Espen Barth Eide says the move is a show of support for the Palestinian people during Israel's war against Hamas.
We cannot let down the Palestinian people. We cannot let down the Palestinian Authority. They are really trying to deliver on the promise of a peaceful path to a two-state solution.
Ireland and Spain have also pledged to recognize a Palestinian state. The measure is largely symbolic and has been condemned by Israel. A powerful tornado is being blamed for 7 deaths in a rural area near the Texas-Oklahoma border. Ricky Herron and his wife had to take shelter at a gas station in Valley View, Texas, moments before the storm struck their area.
At first, it was a strong wind, and then the wind intensified, and then you literally started hearing the building coming apart.
Severe storms are also being blamed for multiple deaths in Oklahoma and Arkansas. More destructive storms are forecast for the region today and tomorrow. And thousands of people gathered in Paris for a massive picnic event.
The French capital's most famous street, the Champs-Élysées, transformed into a massive blanket. The food was prepared in 8 temporary kitchens set up along the avenue and provided by restaurants along the street. The lucky picnickers were selected from a draw and were provided with free baskets loaded with delicacies from top Paris chefs. A massive picnic calls for a massive tablecloth. According to the organizers, they used a tablecloth that had a total surface area of more than 45,000 square feet and was made in France from 100% recycled fibers. I'm Rika Ann Garcia.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Canada is leaving Czechia empty-handed after the World Hockey Championship. Sweden rallied with 3 unanswered goals in the third period, earning a 4-2 comeback win over Canada and grabbing bronze at the tournament. Dylan Cousins and Pierre-Luc Dubois scored for the Canadians, giving them a 2-1 edge before the Swedish rally. The Professional Women's Hockey League may see its first Walter Cup champion tonight. Minnesota is hosting Boston in Game 4 of the best-of-5 final. After Boston took Game 1, Minnesota has won 2 straight to put itself in position to be the league's first-ever champion. Matt Vierling had a tie-breaking 3-run homer off Jordan Romano in the 9th inning, giving Detroit a wild 14-11 win over the Toronto Blue Jays after the Tigers wasted a 5-run lead, then recovered from a 2-run deficit. Vierling had 4 hits and tied career highs with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Dalton Varsho, Bo Bichette, and Kevin Biggio combined for 7 RBIs in the loss. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.